Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome to my Christmas movie marathon. This time I'm going to review Scrooged. This one's going to be a little bit different of a review because I just got done watching it, and it was kind of hard for me to understand, but I know the moral of the story. It was kind of hard for me to understand. But I'll give you a basic plot to it. Basically, the plot of this whole movie is there's this guy called Frank Cross, played by Bill Murray, who's sort of like Scrooge, and what he wants is he's a selfish guy. He's like spending a lot of his time drinking alcohol, working, not spending Christmas with his family, and he found great success and wealth, and he's becoming cold-hearted and cruel, and he doesn't have, he's given out towels and VCRs and stuff, but he gave out a towel to most of his employees or people who he would send Christmas presents to, and he gave his brother a towel, but then his brother got a VCR in the end, but he had to head up a life of Christmas Eve, and he was a broadcast of a Christmas carol, and life begins to mirror, and he's producing it, but and he's still becoming cold-hearted and cruel because he's wealthy and probably, in my opinion, greedy and selfish. But so his ex-boss comes down and tells him that he will meet 3 Christmas spirits. So he met one monster, who is the Christmas of the past. And he got one that took him back to when he was a kid. And then one to when he was a teenager. So the one of Christmas when he was a teenager, or when he was a kid, he was just sitting so close to the TV, and he heard it blinds your eyes. And the person who was the younger one's father is Bill Murray's older brother. Was his older brother? Is this it? I could be wrong. Was Bill Murray's older brother? I think this is it. Oh yeah, I think this is it. I think this is his name. Yep, I was right. It was Brian Doyle Murray, who appeared in Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase, which I will review later. So he goes back in time and he realizes that he wasn't always nice to everyone. He comes back and he notices that he's back and he's screaming and he's enjoying it. And then he goes to his ex-girlfriend and they're all, talking. And then he hadn't seen her in 15 years. He does a review and then they just walk off because they had separated earlier because he wanted to go to dinner with his boss, with his ex-boss who was dead. And she wanted to go to the neighbors because they've been friends for years. But I think he thought the boss's dinner was more important. And then she said, I think we should separate. So they separated. And then later, he meets the second ghost, which is... Hold on. The ghost of Christmas past, that was him. Then the ghost of Christmas present. And she was a pixie, and she delights in hitting Frank, kicking him in the balls, slapping him across the face, flicking him in the air, flicking him on the skin. And then And then she brought brought him to know how much his brother misses him. And you know, this is like the Scrooge story. It's like he was Scrooge in this one. I enjoyed this movie so far. This movie was really intense. Yeah, and at that time he realized how much his brother misses him, and then he realized that one of his coworkers' sons hadn't talked for like since his father died. And then yeah, so like the ghost of Christmas Past, like I said earlier, takes him to the year 1971, 1955 in his late teens, and 1968 and 1969 then 1971, in which he chose a dog to be a dog, actually. And over. So then. And it shows how he became the man in the present. And then Elliot Loudermilk, who I think Frank, Bill Murray, had fired earlier, came in drunk, angry, storms into the office, of course with a shotgun, trying to murder Frank from firing him, I think, and he lost his wife and daughter or something. And then Frank sees the error in his way and begs for a second chance because they were going to burn his coffin. And he said he wanted to live. And he begged for forgiveness for a second chance. And then he awakens back in his office. And then he goes crazy. And then he talks to, what's his name? Elliot. And then, sorry for the inconvenience. And then he talks to them. Then Frank rehires Loud Milk and there's a salary increase in the rolling studio. He goes outside and he tells everyone the monologue about spending Christmas with the people you care about on TV, and then he mentioned his ex, Clara, and then him and Claire got a kiss. But I want to mention something. When Bill earlier in the movie, when his boss came, they dialed Claire after 15 years, and then she thought he had seen a ghost or something because she knows when he's scared or not. And then she called him Lumpy. And he saw her in the present, like, heartbroken or heartless, and he felt bad in the end, and then it all turned good. Well, that's my basic review of how I can review it. So basically, this won't be a review like some of my other ones, but I'm going to try to review it as best as I can. So that's the best of my abilities. But what I really have to say about this movie is it is a great, and I mean great Christmas movie. But it teaches how you can become a better person. Like, if you're a bad person, you could become a good person. Like Bill Murray in this movie became a good person. So I give this, out of my other reviews of the other movies, I give Home Alone A+. I give Home Alone A-. It's underrated. It's very underrated. I give Elf a B+, or an A-, somewhere around there. I give Scrooged an A-. And I give the other two actually A. So check this movie out because it's actually pretty good, and stay tuned for some more reviews. Alright, thank you. Bye. Peace. Oh yeah, and another reason I like this movie is I'm a big Bill Murray fan. I know him from, this is off topic, but I know him from Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2. I know him from Kingpin with Woody Harrelson when he was a bowler. Know him from Zombieland. Yeah. There are many more out there that I've seen with him, and he's a really great actor. So stay up to date and subscribe. Stay tuned for some more Christmas reviews of my Christmas movie marathon. Bye. Merry Christmas. Bye.